Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the, we call it the Valentines special, but we haven't actually got anything sort of lovely planned, have we?
I have, yes. You don't think I'd let you guys go?
Oh.
With me Yankee candle. There's not much left. How we been?
Yeah, not bad. Same old, really. Anne, how have you been?
Yeah, been good. Enjoying my annual leave from work.
Oh, yeah.
How about yourself, RJ?
And it's been an absolutely terrible week. Those people that I bored to the hilt about my car probably know why. But yeah, I'm hoping by Wednesday or Thursday next week, I'll get a clear idea of what the hell is going on. But yeah, I don't know. Work-wise, yeah, busy. Club-wise, always busy, always something going on. Car-wise, very poor. But yeah, that's where we are. But Valentine's special. Hopefully we get a really good show and that on tonight. I think we got Liam joining us, and haven't we, at some point?
Yeah, he's just pulled up at home.
Has he? Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
He might have a Honda top on.
No, he's got the Peugeot one on.
Has he?
His Jess calls it.
I'm drinking out my mug.
I see.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's got a picture done by, do you remember? Well, most of us would remember through, God rest her soul's picture she took up for Ford Fair in 2018. But yeah, we also had, I'm not putting them on the car yet, but those that know, Jez come out with an idea for a decal called Don't Be Hidden. Which we felt was massively important. We are working on a couple of other things, but another one we worked on, and it was purely based on my own idea, was you can see that is I'm listening. I think a lot of people in this day and age suffer with some kind of anxiety or mental illness in one shape or form. And for me, one of the biggest things is not whether or not I'm hiding or I don't want to talk to people, because half the time I don't, believe it or not. It's knowing that somebody's there for you to talk to. So that was the idea on that. But we are still looking and at the idea of the autism with the different colours, with the jigsaws, etc. Something along that lines, wasn't it?
Well, I missed half of that because my screens froze and I lost both of you.
You know, we were just saying what a bad person you. No, we weren't. We're going on about the autism decal we're looking at.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have something more on that, because I think that's something that touches everybody. I can't think it was my daughter Lisa shared a video from a film from Walt Disney. The film's not solely about, I can't remember the title. I did share it on the club. It's not solely about children with autism, but I get the impression from the film, if someone wants to enlighten me on it, that's into the Disney, it was just showing about a child that is kind of the different out there, and those of us that have got children that have and suffer with autism will know exactly what we're talking about, to be honest. But yeah, Bob, have we got anything specifically planned for tonight, or is it just as we go?
Just as we go, really. A little bit of Ford news this week.
Cool.
I think that's about it, but apart from that, it's just the usual.
What did people think to the new countdown timer that Bob done? All Bob's work, nothing to do with me. Yeah, so I really loved it personally. I thought it was absolutely awesome. So well done there. I have got some birthday day of birth shout outs to do. I apologise if I've missed some on this. What we asked the staff to do is to add a hashtag for the birthdays, what I think is called a post topic. But when they're not done, I don't really know who's had a birthday and who's not. And I only want one a year, and I'm really thinking about giving that to somebody else. But birthday wishes out there. Today is Annie Ford's birthday. What a cool name. Annie, happy birthday. Other people have had birthdays since the last live, which I think was the 28th, was it, of last month? Walter Day. Walter, that's Sarah's dad. Walter, massive happy birthday. Mel's partner, Graham, he's had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, Graham. Also, happy birthdays to Richard Mills, Adam Cook, Rachel Ellis, Matt Dickinson, Abigail Peters, Martin Norman, Barry Smith, Dean Scott, Yvonne Partridge, Max Parkins, Luke Norton, Jim Kelly, our very own Brian Jennings. On top of that, I wanted to also a massive shout out, so I have seen her in the chat, to Sabrina, who became a grandmother on the 29th to a grandson called Tommy. So massive congratulations to Sabrina and her son and the daughter-in-law and the new arrival to their beautiful member of their family called Tommy. So yeah, that's the birthdays and the other little shout out for Sabrina there.
Yeah, happy birthday, guys. Hope you all had a good one, and congratulations to Sabrina as well.
Yeah, cool. We've had membership wise, I thought I was up to date and I got them all done, and then another one coming today. So Richard Beddoe, thank you very much for that. I will get you on done within the next day or so and get that out to you. But people that have been very kind enough to take out club membership is David Mason, Chris Snapgood, Charlie Preston, our very own Carl Finlington, Joshua Taylor, Simon Stanway, Thomas McRaney. I apologise, Thomas, I got that wrong. Anne said it was pronounced like that. Paul Smith, Gavin Nelson Alty. What a cool name. What's your name? Gavin Nelson Alty. Okay, cool. Like it. Julian Main, Lottie Williams, Colin Bieber, Mark Holmes, and as I said, they've all been done apart from Richard Beddoes, which will get done within the next day or so. So, guys, thank you all for taking out membership on the club. So, yeah, before I carry on with anything else on that, Bob, I'll let you dive into the chat, Bob.
Yeah, just again, thanks to everyone who took out membership. It's not, a grand amount for the time you get membership wise, and it does help us out get new sponsors and bits and bobs for the club when we do bits like this or actual car shows. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is people say to me, what's some of the biggest expenses we do get? Quite obviously, this program that we use. I think what did that cost us? A couple of £100 for the year. Plus the running of the website and this on its own is quite expensive to do. So without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have the videos and we wouldn't be able to have the website and to do all the other things that we like to do with the club. So yeah, massive thank you. So yeah, got anything you want to add on that, Anne, as regards to the memberships?
Just that those who have got obviously the membership, don't forget you can get your membership stickers from the website.
Yeah. The other thing is that there is a lot of other added stuff that only members get. So there's a special events group There is the VIP group. There is, what's the other group? And there's another group that's free, isn't there?
Selling and wanting.
So selling and wanted as well. But the VIP group, to be approved for that, once your account is set up, you need to set your account up on the website only. That's not on for Facebook. It's nothing to do with Facebook. You need to set it to public, and then I will get an automatic notification, or Anne or Bob will, and we can then approve you to those groups. Without that, we can't. There's nothing that we can kind of do as regards to that. And the other thing is, keep an eye out for renewal emails, the messages from myself or Anne, if your membership's coming up, because if it goes past it and we have sent the messages out, there's a very big likelihood that you will lose your membership number. So yeah, we will move on from that, and we'll go over to some bits in the chat, Bob.
Yeah. So Rob Sawyer, bang on the dot, 7:30, evening all.
Hi Rob, thanks for joining.
Cheers for joining. I've got Mr. Carl Scott, evening all.
Hi Carl. Hope
Cheers
you
for
and
joining
the
us.
family, the wife and Stan the van's doing well.
Dave Go Films, yes, Sundays with Full Club GB. Hello, folks.
Hello Dave. That's my like hello Dave voice. Yeah. Sorry, very poor.
Kieran says, evening, guys. How are we all?
Hi Kieran, we're doing very well. If I don't get my car sorted, I'm bringing it down to your dealership.
We've got our first Facebook user, says evening.
Oh.
Don't know, I can't see that one.
Oh.
Can't see it.
If you're commenting via Facebook, if you just put your name next to a message, it will kind of help us out. Because we would like to quite obviously give you a shout out for taking the time to come on, etc.
Yeah, it does help us out. I don't know. It's not our end. It's the website we use is the end.
Yeah. Hopefully they will. Just StreamYard will kind of improve that to side things. We're live on the website as well, Bob, aren't we?
Yes, we should be. Yeah, we should be through YouTube, I believe.
Yeah, cool.
Kieran also says, RJ, any news on the Focus?
No, it's quite an unusual one, to be honest. I did take the centre console out, like the roof console.
It's 1945.
Is it really? Don't you go back in time? 1945 already. Yeah, I took that console off. It was all messed up in there. I was looking for something that looked like that image I put on, and I couldn't see nothing there. And I thought, rather than me making it a damn sight worse, I just put it all back. Been a much warmer day today. Everything's working on the car, apart from when I press the fobs, nothing happens. I've got to take the little key out, put it in the door, unlocks, all the wing mirrors fold out, put it in that special pit in the console, and the car starts. That's what makes me think it isn't the BCM. I think both me and Bob and that kind of agreed it's not that, and it's probably this RF to send a thing which is somewhere in the roof. But I'm sure Rates will do an absolutely blinding job in getting it sorted, unless it works between now and then, because I've got the fobs to hand. I keep pressing them, nothing's happening. But yeah, cheers, bud. That's all the news I've got at the moment, unfortunately.
We've got another Facebook user, evening all.
Hello.
Don't know. Can't see that one either. I'm not doing well here, am I?
Two. Oh dear.
We've got three in a row, Anne. Hi, everyone.
Nope.
I'm just all right. Okay, I'm on Facebook now.
That might be when mine crashed. That's why I can't
I've
see it.
got Ashley Hardy has said evening all. So I'm presuming that might be there. Yeah. Hopefully I'll catch up with the other comments as you go opera through them, but I don't want to jump in on them and then it buggers up what you're reading on.
We're sorry if we miss anyone out. We don't mean to. It's just how you see it in the corner is how we see it as well. So, Victoria says, "Evening, all. Evening, Victoria."
Hi, Vic. Hope you're well.
Anne, I've got one for you.
How is Liam's car after the slide? It's okay. The eye is a little bit damaged, the front and back. But unfortunately, it was going to happen. The weather we've had up here with the snow and the freezing temperatures, obviously there was black ice on the roundabout. Didn't obviously see it, and it just pulled us into the roundabout. But luckily, we're okay, and the car is cosmetic. It's fine. It'll repair. It's not at the end of the world, but we'll get it sorted. But thank you for asking.
That's the thing. As long as it's just, I know it's a pain being cosmetic, but as long as there's no actual, and you guys are all right as well, obviously.
Yeah, that is definitely the most.
I think the most it might have done is knock the tracking out ever so slightly, maybe. But again, tracking's not an issue to sort.
You're supposed to get it done every 6 months anyway, so it's.
And try mine's about probably yearly.
I've got another one for you, Anne.
Oh my. For God's sake, he needs to learn Peugeot and Honda not acceptable. Keep him outside. Well, he's currently outside, yes, because he ain't even home from work. So, although I think he might have just pulled up because I'm sure I just stood his car door. So we'll have the Peugeot appearance.
Yeah.
Everyone's freezing. Oh, I'm back again. I've sped up really quick. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to read this?
So sorry, before I read that, did I see a quick message there from Jez? Was that the one that Anne just wrote? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jez. Look. Like you can't see it properly because of that. Look. You're in trouble now. Right, anyway, let's move on. Next question. RJ, Bob, and Anne Louise, the three amigos. I won't try and do any voices. It normally doesn't go down well. Let's just say if you see Anne again at a meeting, she's got a red nose. She will tell you why.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
We've got Mr. Hadley. Evening, all.
Hi, Ian. Hope you're well. Thank you for putting the good vibes out there for Arsenal to go to Ellen Road today and win. Very nice of you. I have to make the most of that, so it doesn't happen very often.
Ian, hopefully you got the link as well. Join me, man. Feel free. RJ, sorry, another Facebook user. RJ, those stickers, I'm listening. Where can we get them?
Right, that is from Ashley Hardy. Ashley, we will be getting them added into the shop soon. I'm pretty right thinking, and we're doing internal and external ones on them, yeah? Yeah,
it's just the internal won't be able to be chrome because the backing on the chrome is silver. It's not your actual colour, unlike the normal vinyl that we use.
Yeah. Hopefully, Ashley, they should be in the shop at some point, on the website at some point.
I'm waiting for my model of Frosty.
That sounds very complicated. You're waiting for your what?
My model Frosty.
Oh, your model for Frosty.
I can get them on the website.
Oh, right, okay. I have got a model of Frosty, but I cannot, for the life of me, show you. No, this is just really. I don't know if I can cover him. Yeah, if I can cover him, I might be able to just show you him. Yeah, that's all I can show. I cannot show the rest of him. See, no, it's bad. If John was on, he would explain to you why, probably. Right, anyway.
Sabrina says, hey, all. Evening, Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina. Congratulations once again.
We have James Vincent. Evening, guys.
Hi, James.
Evening, guys. Hope we're all okay. Yeah, not bad. Good to be live. We have Chris Rickson. Evening, everyone.
Hi, Chris.
Cheers for
Hope you
joining
and
us,
the
Chris.
family as well.
Sorry, Anne, another Facebook user. Hi, all.
That would be Mr. Pierce.
Thank you for joining.
Are you
I think he's
sure?
joined through through YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I think that was from Steve Herbert.
I'm going to say Adrian's put the exact same, so.
Yeah.
Where'd you say hello to? I think
Oh.
Adrian's name. Adrian Pierce. His name's coming up in the chat. It could.
I believe this is Pete Maskell. Evening, Pete.
Hi, Pete. Hope you're well.
There's Mr. Adrian Pierce. Hi, all. Evening, Adrian.
There you go. See.
James says to Sabrina, congratulations. RJ, do you want to do this one?
Quick question. Am I imagining there's some kind of mentoring scheme pops up on Full Club GB Facebook? If correct, can anyone elaborate, Anne? And he's actually asked you, Anne, at the bottom.
No, he has not, but okay. I'm assuming you mean the mentorship thing, innit?
Yes. Okay,
So
so
I
basically,
I don't know a lot about it myself, really.
okay, so what I understand about it is we had it on before, and what I said to staff was, if you're going to put your name down before that, or things that you don't mind giving advice, etc., on, the main thing for me is make sure you have time to kind of to do that. I would hate for someone that might suffer for example, for some kind of depression or mental health to reach out to someone, and then that someone doesn't have the time. I could only imagine how that person would then feel. But I've been assured that the people that have put their names down on that are saying that they have got time to give and listen and talk to anyone that might need some advice. If anyone else wants to be added onto that, etc., let me know. I'm not sure if that's something you do yourself or something that we can add on. But that's my understanding on it, to Dave, to be absolutely honest.
Yeah, I mean, it can also work if you need someone to talk to, like RJ said, the mental health.
Yeah.
But if you also trying to fit a part, for example, and for the life of you can't figure it out, pop on, leave someone a message. I'm sure we can try and help you out.
Yeah.
Adrian Pierce, what's the news with Frosty?
Yeah, pretty much as I said a second ago. Bear with me. I'm just trying to log out of that. Come off on that. Yeah. Yeah. Not a great deal, Adrian. Car for Frosty goes in on Wednesday. Hopefully the dealership can find out why it's all just stopped working and packed up. As with the fobs, everything else is the only thing that's not working. I say everything else, and I believe it's just iced up, and that's the water coming out of the washers. It's just really, really. Oh look, the gas man's here.
That's aimed at you, Liam. No.
I'm not fighting over a screen.
Oh, what did he say live?
He's not fighting over a screen.
He's not fighting over a screen.
That's the line.
We have Mr. Darren Rue. Hi guys, love seeing you guys on YouTube. Shout me out, please. ST66 Dow. Thanks. Thank you for joining. Thank
you, Darren, at ST66DAL Dow. Looks absolutely amazing. Hope your remote's working okay. If it goes down, don't ask me, I haven't got a clue.
All right, and we've got a lot of Facebook users. Hope you're ready.
I'm on there as well.
Facebook user, evening all for Full Club GB.
I know it is. Go on, Anne, tell me.
I don't know, because my last one that's come up on mine is Jazz. It's crashed.
Well, smack your nose. Russ Harding, evening all for Full Club GB. Hi, Russ. Thank you for joining.
And we've got a lot of Facebook users.
Oh,
Hang on,
Isn't it?
Liam's trying to get on, I think.
Oh,
is
fantastic.
he? Little sausage.
No, he's watching it through Facebook.
Is it's him answering the questions, isn't he? Pretending he's up somebody
He's
else.
just waving his hand in front of my screen.
We've got another Facebook user. Good evening, all.
That is Matthew Lee Goodwin. Hi, Matthew.
Evening, all, to the best club. Thank you.
Evening all to the best club. Yvonne Partridge. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Hope the family is well.
Oh, thank you. We've got one more evening, all.
That is from Jonathan Connect. Hi, John. Hope you're well.
Mine's loaded now. I've rebooted it.
We've got Steve. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Love you all. Steve and Rosie.
Hello, Rosie. Been a long time. Hello, Steve. Hope you're well. Van's looking awesome as well.
Yeah, it's looking really good, man.
Yeah, I was going to buy a bed for... No. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, Adrian. Hi, all. Names not to showing, so jumped on the tube. Cheers, Adrian. Makes our life easy.
I thought he went to London for the minute. That's what he meant. It's not.
We have Dave Wade. Evening, all. Nice to see you're all looking well.
Hi, Dave. Hope you're well.
Thank you. Hope you got your end as well. Chris says, exciting news. Cherry's having some bits very soon.
Oh,
You gonna leave us in suspense, or you gonna let us know?
leave us in suspense.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Tom Judd is watching.
Got one for you, RJ.
Dragon's Dragon. It's all my daughter says now. RJ, hey, got to buy her some for her birthday. Now, you're going to possibly even be getting a little surprise special to Dragon for her birthday. Yes. Hope she's enjoying the YouTube videos on the Pocket Dragons as well. Oh, hello. Oh, no.
It's 20 hours.
Is it that's gone quick, isn't it? Surprising how quickly the years go. A little while ago, it was 1945.
Anne or Liam, do you want to do this next one from Ashley Hardy?
I was going to put a message in the chat for everyone, but never mind. I don't know that is Facebook
Ashley
user.
Hardy.
Yeah. Great, gonna get some for our Eve. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, Eve.
Jonathan Cornick hasn't got a say on it. Haha. Thanks, RJ Chalky. Ashley Hardy.
You're very welcome.
I do apologise. I've only just joined, so I don't know what I was referring to.
Yeah, well,
The I'm listening stickers.
Right.
The Don't Be Hidden one.
Yeah.
We have James Hampshire. Hi, all.
hi, James. How was that camping when you was little?
Oh no! It wasn't camping. It was a caravan.
It was that same thing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Do you sleep in a caravan?
Yeah, but it was a static caravan. It wasn't a
Do you sleep in a tent?
Well, no, because I don't like tents.
Go on, Liam.
Using his emoji again.
Oh, I know. He's obsessed with that emoji.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Up the hammer. That's what he says.
Up the iron.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
That actually looks like an upside down chicken drumstick, doesn't it?
No, he's referring to his
He's
favourite
what?
football team, Up the Iron.
Oh, is he? Oh, up Lincolnshire Town and all that. Scunthorpe United.
Scunthorpe United, Up the Iron, yeah.
I just come for United.
One for you, RJ.
Sent you two pics of my model, RJ, via Messenger. I will have a look. Let me come off on that. Let me go to Messenger. Oh,
Slap it.
very nice. I like that. That's very good.
This is in reference to the mentorship program. Dave Coe says, cheers for the clarity. I work quite a lot, so it would be hard pressed to volunteer for it, but I'd be happy to help in my free time. Oh, thank you, Dave.
Cool.
Got another Facebook user. Hello all.
Well, that is just quickly. Simon Beddoes watching. Richard Beddoe. He's the one that's took on that membership tonight. Hi, Richard, for joining. Simon Wally is watching, and Simon Wally, hello all. Simon, he's the guy with the Puma, isn't he?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
he is. Yeah. Hi, Simon. Hope you're well. Liam Miller is watching.
Josh James. Oh, I thought you meant. Yeah.
Liam Miller watching. Let me see. Let me get my. Whoa. Sorry. And Louise is watching as well.
Hmm?
You didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, because I've managed to refresh my media thing.
You didn't hear that.
What?
When he got his magnifying glasses a bit smaller.
Oh, I did it that.
No, him. Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh,
We have our first guest.
Oh,
Did we? Who?
But it'll be.
we have got our first guest. There he is.
There you go.
How are you?
Good evening. I'm not too bad, thank you.
To see how suave and sophisticated he was.
Yeah.
Good evening. Yes. I'm glad you're well. How did your team do today? Did they play?
Well, this was a car channel, RJ. I didn't think...
Now, you're the one that always brings it up. I'll just get my own back. I take it they lost or they didn't play then.
Both.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Maybe that's why I should have bought a red car. See?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your wife's nice. Your wife's nice.
Oh dear. Thank you for your little bit on the post, though. It did mean a great the deal. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I just I don't know. You kind of get the normal bits people say for batteries, that kind of thing. Disconnect the battery. I've tried everything that's within my power. Just I don't know. It's just an absolute weird one. Why it's for playing up, to be honest. But yeah, I just hope it's not a sign of things to come, because the last car I had like that, I put up with it for a couple of months, and then it was just went in you.
Well, hopefully that might just be something simple, like a bit of damp or something due to the weather, if it's in that area of your roof.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was working perfectly fine prior to that, but it's not. It hasn't come back on since. But yeah, we're to see what happens. How's the dough going anyway? All right.
Yeah, it's going all right. I've got a little ticky noise, which I've been told is a water pump. So when the weather gets decent, I'll investigate that a bit more. But other than that, yeah, it's still going really strong.
Cool. Good.
That's good to hear, man.
Oh, and it's gone.
Cool.
Yeah. Push them out.
So we've got it now. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Right, so we're currently, I think we'll leave the comments and we'll catch back up on them. I wanted to quickly go over just a shout out and a bit of information on some of the sponsors that we've currently got and where we are with hopefully keeping all of them on board for the upcoming year. So a big shout out to for Power Maxed, Nick Simpson of Mirror Image, who said he wants to back the club again for another year, which is absolutely brilliant. Nick, thank you very much. Colin's performance again spoke to Gary Lendon, and he wants to back the club again for another year also. So that's brilliant. We still have also Adrian Flux, Select Tints, Rob Gruber down there in the Bexley Heath, Blue Spark, Edward Fisher up in the northeast of England. Nick Simpson, Nick Day, and Chris Knott as always. Ghost Vehicle Protection, Sharonto Daz again has said he wants to support the club for another year, which is brilliant. Track Day Door Cards, SK Graphics, Martin Warrow at Supreme Engraving, myself with my little with RJ the Dragons. We will be sponsoring an event this year also. 247 competitions and Next Base, and we have a new sponsor on board, which you've done all the hard work to get, I believe.
Just bear with us because we're having internet issues.
Okay, I'll carry on then while you're doing that. So, and worked very hard, and we got on board Airbag Team. So Anne knows more about this company than what I do. I'm just reading what's kind of on there. So they do offer club members the discount. You can save up to 50% based on new dealer prices. We supply and source all makes and models. We only use OEM parts, 12-month warranty. I believe they do different coloured seat belts as well, which look really, really, really cool. I'd like some with some little pocket dragons on. They would be quite nifty. But yeah, no, a massive shout out to Airbag Team for wanting to back the club for the 2-year period. Also get a nice main feature on the main opening page on the club website. Hey, that's some of the pictures of some of the belts. Over 15 colours available. Yeah. They look cool, don't they? Oh, gold. Very nice. Looking at those red ones there, do you know what the car that made me remind me of? The MG Metro, Maestro, and Montego. That was a thing back then in them, wasn't it? Very cool. Wow, purple. Tom Judd, I hope you see that. I know he's got a purple theme going on with his car as well, but yeah, so that's kind of Airbag Team. If them guys are tuning in tonight or at a later date, again, thank you very much for supporting Full Club GB. Hopefully we'll have a lot of new companies coming on board. I know a few companies have ceased to trading over the last year, quite obviously due to what's been going on in the world. I'm not going to do any shouts on that purely based. I really don't know if these companies have gone bust or not, and I don't really want to say something where the information I've got is what I think it should be and it isn't. Best to say that for all those companies that it is it hasn't gone well, we wish you all the best for the future. So that's where we are on that. Oh look, they're back again.
We're back, yeah. My internet just dropped out, so we just had to connect to the phone.
Stop holding your nose in. Yeah. So we want to as well social media. We're on quite a lot of different platforms out there. Liam's we hope he's got the ball by the horns. And with a little bit of advice from myself, I'm going to take a little bit of credit, only a little wincy bit, because most of it I'm going to give to Liam, was that I spoke to him about an idea for the TikTok. And are we able to get to TikTok up, Bob, and for the Full Club GB page?
Really?
TikTok's a pretty unusual beast in the sense that if you hit it spot on and you get it right on the right spot, it will work, as Liam's can quite clearly see. Hopefully Bob can screenshot this, because Liam done a video on the Ford Fiesta, which is just down that page. Just there you go. Fiestas through the years. 18.4 thousand views.
Over 30K today.
Yeah, absolutely mind blowing. So, yeah, well done for Liam for that. If you're not following the club on the TikTok, if you're a member and you want to follow the club will follow you back on the app. We only want to keep it to members and sponsorship holders only, or sponsors, because it is kind of a business account there. But yeah, that's just to kind of just give you an idea of where we are with the TikTok page. But as well as the TikTok, we do Twitter, we do Instagram, which is doing absolutely brilliantly as always. We also do Pinterest. We've also got our page on Trustpilot as well. So yeah, things are moving along very nicely. The biggest thing we want to try and achieve this year is at some point get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to it. Please hit the bell for notifications about upcoming videos, etc. That will be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we're back in the room. So Ian, what any plans for the near future coming up, personal wise, work wise, car wise?
Work wise, just carry on, try and keep everything safe during the present pandemic. Being a health and safety guy at work, it's been pretty full on.
Yeah,
to everybody. Car wise, well, yeah, I mean, car wise, I've got a few things that are planned, but that all depends on if the Isle of Wight goes ahead.
Yeah,
that's the first one on my list, and yeah, I've got some nice things to do, but I don't know yet. I don't know if anybody else in the club has heard about the Isle of Wight.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to touch on, which was going to be events. And you kind of have your ear to the ground as regards to events. Any news on anything that I'd missed?
I haven't heard anything. I'm just gonna quickly check and see if they have got another update. They're still saying no tickets going to go on sale for the event until they know for sure the event's going to take place with a local council license. So it's still the same as before. We're waiting on Isle of Wight Council to say yes or no, really.
Okay. Which I think is kind of pretty much like that for all the events at the present the moment in time. I think the government releasing some information later this month about maybe a slow get back to where we kind of are. I know the tickets are live now as well. I know it's a long way off, but full power live at Brands Hatch in September.
National on live.
Yeah. So yeah, I think as soon as people say, or the government says, you know what, this is happening and these events get back on track, and the R number goes to a mark where it should be, and people start acting a bit sensibly about it, rather than being a bit ridiculous about it. That we kind of get back to sensibility, but. I think some of the early events, in my honest opinion, I wouldn't like to say so, but I think they're in jeopardy of not taking place. I hope I'm wrong. I hope something drastically changes. But like most things, like this time last year, is people's safety is paramount over everything. What's your thoughts on it, Bob?
Yeah, I mean. Obviously, it's going to be gutting if there's no events this year, or not many, or we'll see what happens. But again, everyone's safety has to come first. So it's part of the course.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we will see what happens as regards to as regards to that. To be honest, Liam, you got any thoughts on the events?
What, as in Isle of Wight in general, or
No, events in general.
Oh, right, yeah, fair enough. It's getting a bit too much now, to be honest, because a lot of people are suffering, and we all just want to at least go to a car show, even if we take extra measures for that matter. Obviously, I know it's hard to do, but at the minute, people aren't listening. I mean, I've come home and there's a car meet in our local town here tonight as we speak, and it just shows people aren't listening. So it's getting to people, pretty clear.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
But, my thoughts are, the people who are having car meets now, my thoughts are, yeah, they're ruining it for others. The more you do it, the longer we're going to be in this. Just
yeah, I don't know. I think it's like you said. As long as my only major concern is that Full Club GB conducts itself in the right way and does things the right way. To be honest, Bob, do you want to catch up on some more messages?
Yeah.
I'll try and see how up to date I am with YouTube as well. I mean, with Facebook.
Chris Rickson, his new mods for Cherry are new graphics and a new exhaust.
Oh, very nice.
Seeing them and hearing them as well.
I think I would go for, if it was me, I would go for a Yankee Candle for graphics. I think that would look cool. That's just me.
What?
Pocket
Yankee
Dragon.
Candle. Look, Yankee Candle. Right, I forgot that was lit then. Oh, that could have been Tower Inferno live on YouTube. I'll put that back safely where it is.
There's one for you, RJ, from Jez.
She's currently watching Pocket Dragons in bed. Oh, bless. Where's me? Hold on. Just for you, Jez. I'm hoping you're going to. Can you see that? Okay. Just for Jez's daughter, she loves Pocket Dragons, and oh look, bless, you're watching in bed. I played the little video clip back to Tina. She's gone, listen to her. They're very sweet. Anyway, I hope she enjoys Pocket Dragons.
We've got another Facebook user.
Oh, let me get back on Facebook. Yeah, go on.
Stay tuned for Tuesday. Oh, it's Liam. That's all right.
Yes, it was Liam. Something is happening and also something new to be added. You're going to put that decal in the window at last, didn't you? 1989. It's up for grabs now.
I know what that means.
No.
I don't even follow football, and I knew what that meant.
No, so yeah, potentially, all being well, Tuesday we may have a new company on board. Obviously, I don't want to say too much at the minute, but I will say just stay tuned.
I will stay tuned, so I don't know nothing about it. So
yeah, that's the whole point.
Well, yeah. Keep things on me now.
All right, we've got another Facebook user.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Is there anybody that does number plates want some for the RS?
That's Martin.
That Mr. Bins.
I think have we got any? Have we got any number plate people on?
SK Graphic does some.
I thought
SK
there was another
Graphics, he's the main one to go to. We don't really have a lot of.
No. The thing is that you've got to start being careful with the plates thing anyway, because as of September, they're changing the law with number plates.
To do with the BAU number and.
Yeah. They're getting a bit funny about these 3D and 4D gels and things, so it might be worth just maybe waiting.
You still have those show plates, just not on the road.
Yeah, it seems silly in a way because they're saying that they can't read them, but
Pixar's up.
yeah, I'm gonna say me and Liam have both found that they can read ours and ours a 3D gel. Liam found out recently that they can read his again.
Another bloody fun.
Yeah, it was bustling fine.
I did go to a car meet over in I think it must have been about a couple of years ago, one of Ford Group UK's one. And I come back and my number plate had fell off me. I think it was off me the Galaxy or me ST. And I've gone through the Dartford toll and I didn't get the charge for it.
That's just lucky.
That was very lucky. I agree. Right, next message.
Who wants to do the honours?
Ian, can Ian see it? Would Ian like to read that one out?
Hang on, let's have a look. Okay, is it just me or do you dread snow and ice? Not so much because of the poor driving conditions, but because once the snow is melted, the salt of the roads make the car look scruffy for weeks after. Well, yeah, that's true. We do dread the conditions and it does make our cars look awful. And the other thing that concerns me having an older Ford is the salt gets it behind the plastic skirts and that and starts to rust.
Yeah.
So as soon as I can, I'll be getting a pressure washer and getting right underneath and getting rid as much as I can. I don't know if anybody else got some tips on how to get rid of it.
I have got one little tip. So I bought one for mine, and it's you can buy all the quick lock or lock or unlock attachment, and it's this thing on wheels, and you put it under your car, and it's basically it spurts out all the water, and it will clean everything. Well, not everything, but a majority of what's under your car. I tried a few. I had to try and get a link or a picture, Ian, and to send it to you. But yeah, that's probably one. There used to be a company down in Charlton in South East London. They would do what they call a winter de-salt on the underside of your car, and they put it up on the ramps, and then they give it a good going over. But, yeah.
I've noticed I'm already getting surface rust on the underneath of the car.
Yeah.
So, and the focus is still over the carpets and the rear arches as well.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know if the Mondeo is the same, Ian.
Yeah. Mine had a few little blisters before the winter, so it's not going to get any better. So I'll have to have a good look once the sun comes out.
Yeah, don't blame you. It's above 10 degrees.
Exactly.
All right, we've got Mr. Carhope. Hi, everyone. Can't handle not cleaning McQueen. Bloody weather.
Yes.
I bet he's going mad, isn't he?
My car's currently grey at the minute as we speak.
Is it?
Yeah, it's horrid.
Yeah,
Every
my
time I
car's
wash it,
turning into frosty.
yeah, within a day, it's filthy.
I think this was to do with holidays.
Oh yes, I can read that one out because I've got a reply on that. James Hampshire says was a static caravan up in Scarborough. A lot of good memories, and Louise. That may well be a static caravan, but if I put my tent up and I put the pegs in it, it's a static tent. It's the same thing. It's not real. I'm only about.
No, but it was definitely good memories.
I still don't get why you don't like camping.
Because of the crocodiles. Anne's got a thing about. Anne's got a thing about crocodiles, haven't you? For pinching your nose with a little clock. Tick-tock. Anyway, next question. Let's move away from that one. Graham. Hey, someone that cleaned their partner's car at the weekend. Very good job he done of their car as well. What's Mills? Oh, Stitch, isn't it? Stitch. I nearly forgot. She would have sent bad vibes going everywhere.
No, I think you'll be in trouble with Mel for forgetting what a car's called.
I did, and I remembered. I didn't. I remember. Please don't send any bad vibes. I'm sorry. It was Liam's fault.
Hostage.
Oh, have we got any? Let me have a look. We're being thumbs up from Richard Beddoe, and Paul Underdown is watching you, Liam. No, yeah, he's watching everyone. I'd say make it sound like that.
We've got a Facebook user. Might have some blue belts.
Oh, let me have a
That's
quick look.
Martins.
Right, Benz.
Is it? Oh.
They do look quite nicely.
They
Oh,
do
yeah,
look
got that.
red ones do.
Also being watched, Anita Guest is watching the live well, as is Carl Finlingston.
Tom Joe also says, I've seen the purple seat belts. My bank account has already braced itself.
Cool. How
I
much is
did get a quote.
how much is the
For all-
discount we've got with them, man? Do we know?
10%.
10% off of the price. Okay.
Yeah. I got my car. I got a quote from them for all my belts in my car, plus fitted, and it was 320. And that was including VAT.
Oh. Where's the company for based?
They're based in Rotherham, so
Rotherham.
see, like for myself, they're quite local.
And for Mark.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
for Mark,
Yeah,
So-
not for me. No.
they can.
Wonder- They haven't got a caravan, have they?
No,
No.
but they
come
can.
down.
You can remove if you can remove the belts yourself, and send them down to them. They will do what they need to do, and they will send. Because they told me the weave on top of them or something, and then they'll send them
Okay.
back to you to fit them back in yourself. But only if you're confident enough to do that. Obviously, my price included them being fitted because I ain't messing about pulling my seatbelts out my car.
No.
I don't fancy that one.
I'm not sure.
And the trim's off. But yeah, you can send them down to them, and they'll send them back up once they've done them.
It's good to give you the option.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Right, we have a Facebook user. New sports cat soon, then off to Sabretude for stage 2 for the RS.
Mr. Bins.
Mr. Bins.
Mr. Bins.
Yes, but with that, I will add, I have just physically messaged them to see if we can get them on board with us as well for discount. But it won't let me click on the website because it says unavailable or something. So I've left them a post for them to try and get in touch with us.
Yeah, no worries. Liam, do you want to do the honours?
Best thing for salt is vinegar. Nah, a decent road film remover is good enough. Yeah, sounds about right.
And one for you, RJ.
Yeah, from Mr. Bins. RJ, it's called a chassis cleaner. Car should do them. Yeah, I did get. I'm not sure the ones that Mark's seen. I did get a couple of other attachments for the car shop that I can put underneath the car. But the best way to explain the one that I got, if you look at my pen, imagine it having some wheels underneath and having the little holes on the top. If that's what Mark's going on about, that car should do, then I'd be inclined to look at that as well. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Adrian. Cheers for joining us. How have you been?
Yeah. Fine. I'm getting some feedback. I don't know if I've got some of my shoes now.
No, I've been hearing that for some time as well. Let me turn my.
How's that? Is that any better?
That sounds a bit better. It's sort of delayed reaction somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, how have you been with yourself? You been all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you. Bored, I think, like everyone else. Obviously, been fairly cramped weather, stuck at home, working from home. Come the weekend, it's horrible, and can't really do much a weekend anyway. So, just itching for some better weather, really.
Yeah, at least it's starting to get a bit lighter now in the mornings and the evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some-
Why am I'm hearing myself? I've got something on I shouldn't have.
are you watching in the background?
That might be. Oh, hang on. I don't know what I've done now. Hang on.
Right, we've got one more comment, then we're up to date. Leon or RJ, I can't remember who set this up. James wants to know what discount do we get off Chips Away or any other bodywork companies? I need some area sorting on the mark form on that.
So we just had a look on the database, and with Chips Away we get 10%. However, I didn't get that deal. I believe RJ got that one. Is it down in Dartford? I believe
It is Chips Away in Dartford. So if you've got a local Chips Away by you, let Liam know which one it is, and then we can sort that out. That noise is really annoying. It sounds like some I don't know, some bug on that trying to get into your kitchen. Is it Anne?
What? Not me.
no.
You saw?
Welcome back.
Hello. Hello.
I hate technology.
We can blame Adrian. That's the reason why Adrian was watching himself as well, because he was actually on Noel Edmonds' swap shop in the 70s where they said, have you got your TV on in the background? Listen,
Yeah. Oh man. You know, so my little model. Did you see that, RJ?
I did, mate. It looks awesome, doesn't it?
My little Focus Estate.
Wow. Where'd you manage to get it from?
I think I saw one at Silverstone, I think.
All right.
And in the end, I got it online somewhere. So I just had to be a little bit creative with some black permanent marks to black out the windows.
What? It looks cool.
No, it's good.
It looks cool.
I'm on another little toy. I actually bought myself something the other day. I'm getting it on a bit now, so I thought I needed something for myself.
Nice.
God.
Very nice.
Yeah, I had some Christmas money, obviously, that I've not spent because we haven't been out and done anything. So this come up locally. Guy bought it. 70 quid. It's only been used a couple of times, and they're about 120 quid. So I thought I'll see if I can ruin me paintwork.
Why not? Yeah. I did buy another. Now you can buy the ones that got the little tiny pads on them. They're really tiny to get to the little bit to body work. I bought it, looked at it, put it in the shed. It's still in there. Yeah. We'll probably get round to doing something with it. For one.
I can't wait. I was itching to get up this weekend and give it a go, but no such luck, unfortunately. It was freezing easterly winds and about 50 mile an hour Saturday and pouring down the rain today. So that's another weekend.
Right. Sabrina's saying it sounds like someone is typing.
Yeah, that's why I just shot off. It was like that in the background.
Right.
And on Facebook, you've got all auto graphics generated, like text. You know that?
Oh, what?
Yeah, I
No.
noticed that. It's like subtitles popped up.
Subtitles, yeah. But it's awful because you can't understand what half he is saying.
Oh, I'm just watching it now. Background on Facebook looks like autographs. You just had autographs generated. Next time, what size barrel? I don't know, Janet. Why are you asking me? Yeah, cool. Are we kind of up to date with the bits? I'm sure. Chat, I'm sure I see. Oh, there we go. This one here. That's the one I missed. Gloria saying IOW not going ahead. Not selling any tickets yet. It's getting very close now. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Ian replied to that one as well, didn't you, Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I can hear something in the background. It's not me, is it? It's to make sure I've not got no other windows open.
Is it you?
Right, let's quit Firefox. Oh, I've just quitted that one. Okay.
Right, now I've got. Oh,
Bring Adrian back. Yeah. Cool.
Again. Sorry.
now everyone's in. I want to get people's opinion on the new Mondeo.
If the locks are working, I'll have one. Yeah, I was in there.
I was waiting for that.
So they've done the lock lines and they've turned it into an SUV. There's no mention on the engine yet, or any that I can find. I'm guessing it's going to be hybrid, or at least a few hybrid options. I'll start with Ian because you actually have a is it what, form on there?
Yeah. That's not a Mondeo anymore, is it? It's going towards the up in the air sports utility vehicle thing, and it's not for me. I think it's a very nice car, but no, not for me. I'm afraid I like a car. Well, family.
That's ugly.
Go.
Adrian, what's your thoughts?
I like the look of it. I don't dislike it, but again, I think too many. I suppose in modern economics, too many chassis are being shared, and it kind of goes cost-driven rather than what we want. I would rather, I still say, a couple of shows back. I think the latest Mondeo is one of the best looking Fords I think Ford have ever done, as in a big saloon car. But nobody wants it, which is just an utter crying shame, really. And I think they, to keep doing it, as long as it isn't a, I don't know, like an eco sport type Mondeo, isn't it? But it does look good. Again, I don't know who's going to want it more than the Mondeo. If there's Cougars out there and everything out already, who's going to want it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it makes a bit of sense over here because they stopped selling the Edge, wasn't it? The biggest SUV.
Yeah.
And obviously the Cougar based on the Focus, where it was at least. So I suppose they're just filling the gap. I don't know why they wouldn't keep the Mondeo and the Mondeo, or call it Mondeo Active and make an SUV version. People wanted it.
Yeah, kind of looks a bit, I don't know, sort of Jaguar saloonish, which is why I think they're all going the same. It's not necessarily anything wrong with it, but there's a multitude of Kias, Jaguars, and God knows what else there already to choose from. So I think it's almost a case of arriving at the party too late. I can just see, it deserves to sell, but will it?
Anna, Liam, you got any thoughts?
With what Adrian's just said on the Jaguar front, I've just had a look because I'm looking at the back end on that picture there, and it kind of reminds me, looking at that angle on the back end, it kind of reminds me of a Jaguar F-Pace. Not that angle that you're on now, the one you was on before. It's just the back end of it. It's got that similar shape.
But you buy a Jag F-Pace on Prestige, even if it weren't a better car, if it's a similar price, you'd have a Jag, wouldn't you?
This is it. This is the first time I've seen. This is the first time I've seen the new Mondeo, and I'm 50-50. I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. It's one of them that'll have to grow on us, I think. Like you say, it's not. Hey.
Does it go like it looks?
Well, this is it. It's one of them. They've made it. Has it? What have they lost in the making? Have they lost the power? Have they lost the comfort? The styling? We don't know. What do you think?
I think they're all starting, to be honest, getting like the shape wise, and now starting to get more and more like the Puma.
I think it looks quite similar to the Puma. But to me, I don't know. To me, that's not a Mondeo. To me, a
No,
Mondeo
it's
is
not
an SUV at all.
You wouldn't look at that and think,
Designed
I
for
can see
that.
the family heritage in it, is there?
Yeah, it wasn't designed for that. I mean, obviously for me, like growing up as well, I had, like my dad had a lot of Mondeos. I mean, we had an ST24, and you know what? We loved it, and I personally think them Mondeos are the better ones, the older ones. I don't know, just doesn't sit right with me.
What's your thoughts on it, Bob? Before I give you mine.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can see why they do it. Not selling the Edge anymore and needing a bigger SUV. But then, things like Adrian and Liam said, everyone else sells an SUV. So why? What makes it, so special? I think everyone just Mondeo is a hard one because obviously the granddad to the Mondeo is the Sierra.
Yeah,
absolutely loves.
Yeah,
That's an ST.
Oh,
Yeah, they're bringing.
Fusion Evo's ST.
Sorry, Bob. I'm just looking online at some other images. I've just come across one. They're on about bringing out a Ford Mondeo Fusion Evos ST render on Behance.
How many names?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you can see that, but that is one of the Mondeo STs. It's yeah.
This is my the take on this. My take on things are very different from other people. When I touch on the Mondeo, and I'm not, my idea isn't to upset anyone here, so please don't think that's the case, because I could do that purely based on the Focus I got. Personally, I think the best Focus they ever done was the Mark 1. I don't own a Mark 1. I own a Mark 3.5. I don't think it's the best Focus they've done. Mondeo wise, I like the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. I nearly bought a Mark 3. But when I got in it, what I didn't like about it was the hard to dash. It just wasn't for me. When I look at them, when I look at Ian's, I love looking at Ian's car. It looks absolutely brilliant. For me, I kind of feel Mondeo lost its way a bit. Everything that they was bringing out different models, but I don't know, it's just like they tweaked it a kind of a little bit. This to me is a breath of fresh air. I absolutely love it. I was a massive fan of the Edge when I think the couple, I can't think their name, and if they're watching, I really apologise. They lived out in Ashford in Kent, and they was on the stand for Ford Fair in 2019, and they turned up in their Edge. And I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's absolutely massive. And what's it like to drive? And the lady said basically it's like you're driving on a cushion of air. So we've compared it to the Jag. Why would you get that rather than why would you want to buy that when you could buy the Jag? Well, I'd want to buy that because it's got a Ford Oval on it, and it'd be that alone why I would pick it over the Jag. But in my honest opinion, you know what? It does start to change. We moaned when the Sierra went. We moaned when the Cortina went. And everyone's moaning about the Pumas and how they're changing the Mark 1 to, if you can even call it the Mark 2. I bet that thing and that picture that Liam just brought up, it looked absolutely, yeah. When you see a picture of something and you think, wow, that is only my own personal interpretation of it. I personally like it. I personally like the style behind the Mark 4. I know we got the Dave that's just joined. When you look at the styling with the Mark IV Focus, for example, I find a lot of that very Japanese. It's very what is 3D dimensional, the term I'm looking for. Now you look at the edges of some cars now, they seem to have kind of gone like that, but
angular, a bit like a Honda. They're just the sporty Hondas.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
mean-
When you
Yeah.
see
The
those curves
Civic
and
Type
those,
R's.
when you see all those curves and those lines, I would love to see something like that in the flesh. I didn't even know they'd done away with the Edge. I felt that was one of the best cars that Ford had brought out for a long time. But you did the one thing that I would say, which is the only negative about it, is I'm a massive fan of the Ford Raptor that you can't get here in the UK, I believe.
Oh, the F-150 Raptor.
Yeah, they're the best-selling car probably ever. On how often they sell one of them in America. My take on the Edge was that the Edge should never have really been designed for the UK market.
Yeah, American car.
It was more but absolutely mind-blowing vehicle. But me ranting on. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave. Cheers for joining.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Cool. How's your Mark IV Focus going?
Great, yeah, brilliant. Works fine. Just had it down to Durham today just for a run out, really.
Okay, cool. How does it compare? Have you owned a Focus before, or is that the first one you've owned?
First Focus.
Okay. How does it compare to the Fiesta you owned? Because that was quite a relatively new car. Wasn't it, as well?
It's a bit longer, a bit wider, harder to park, but it's nice and comfortable, yeah.
Cool. I think that's maybe the one thing that you would say. I said about the Mark One, the Focus, and I'm sure Bob would agree because Bob's had a Mark One Focus as well. I lost count in man. I had. Comfort-wise in Frosty, when I drive, I've not had nothing done to the suspension or nothing else. It's as it was when it come out the factory. But when I drive the little Nissan Note down the road and you go over a bump, yeah, it's back-wrenching. When I go over, when I take Frosty out, it's very comfortable. The whole car, it's like the whole car goes over it in one. As with maybe a lot older cars, it's like the front bit's going over. Whoa, let's wait for the back to go over as well. Would you not agree with that, Bob? The Mark Wheeze is a lot more comfortable than the Mark One, or do you not think so? Do you think?
I don't know. It's hard because the Mark 3 is obviously a lot heavier than the Mark 1. But then, yeah, I wouldn't say the Mark 1 was uncomfortable. It's compared to what the Golfs of the time and
yeah.
It's definitely out-cornered them easily. Comfort-wise, yeah, I wouldn't say. I'd say they're both great cars. They're just obviously they're different cars.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Mark III Wheezy is just a bit of not a mile munch on the motorway. You just don't really notice when you get out of it, or
you
don't feel tired at the end of a journey.
So I haven't gone nowhere. I'm still here. I'm trying to see if the camera zoomed back in. It's very badly. Yeah, but that was a bit like Anne and Liam. You both got a Fiesta ST 180. Long trips to the car shows. Let's be 100% honest here. Do you find that when you get out, your back of your legs are killing you, or do you try and do it in one go? Because I couldn't do that. That was the one thing that Tina did say about the ST 180. It was very, even though the seats were very hugging, especially on the back of your legs, it felt like that someone had chopped them off after a while.
What show was it we went to? And I picked up.
Brown Touch.
I can't think of his name now.
Joseph,
yeah. Remember, I drove I think it was a total of 8 hours picking up Joseph on the way. When I got there, my ribs were absolutely killing me because obviously where I've been leaning on one side driving, and I got there and I thought, thank God I'm out. I couldn't do any more.
It's probably worse now.
Yeah. They're nice to drive, don't get me wrong, but long distance wise, I think if they were to bring out another Fiesta ST, they need to improve it on the quality and the comfort and the seats. Because the driving was fine, it's just more the seats more than anything.
Yeah, yeah. No, I did. Like I said, I found them very, especially after quite a trip. I found the whole thing quite uncomfortable after, after I don't know, after a bit of time. The seats in the Focus, yeah, they're not as hug fitting. There's more room, and it's got the bolsters, a bit like on the Ford Sierras. You had the little bolster on the chair that you could move. Has the Mark IV got the bolsters today, or they didn't put them on it?
Yeah, mine's got a Lombard support. It's the Vignale, so it's got the softer leather seats.
Right, okay.
So but the Fiesta before that was a Vignale that had softer leather seats. So I drove all the way to Castle Coombe and it was fine.
It was cool. Yeah. Hopefully they kind of improved it on a little bit. Do you want to catch up on some questions, Bob? I think there's been a few more. We probably offended all the Mark 1 Focus and Mondeo owners now. And
we had another Facebook user.
who is it?
Just like the gentleman said, it's not a Mondeo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Mr. Cole Scott. RJ, do you want to do yours?
I'll stick with Stan. He has character. Yes, I miss him. He made me think of my cat name. Thank you, Carl.
Agree.
Stan.
Anne or Liam, between you two? Someone wanna?
Sabrina, I assume this is referring to the new Mondeo.
Yes.
It's definitely different, but would be too big for me. To be fair, I think I'd agree. It'd probably be too big for me, to be honest. I don't think I'd cope with it. It'd be far too big.
The ST version might be interesting though.
I don't even think about it.
Depends what engine they put in it.
You could probably park for both of your cars in the back of one of them. You'd drive it to
Probably,
the road. Yeah, it'd be like a trailer, wouldn't it?
Family wagon.
No.
Oh, that's naughty, isn't it?
Another Facebook user. Sorry, someone can.
I'm laughing at that one. I'm sorry. I'll probably offend her. Who's actually put that comment? Very good comment. Let me have a look. Oh,
Mine's updating again.
oh no, it hasn't updated.
No, mine's not.
Well,
They said they had taken the features from the new Ford Puma and the Cougar, put them together to come up with a new Mondeo, which kind of makes sense, really.
That was Paul Underdown who said that one.
Paul Underdown. Okay.
Yeah.
If we win a competition and we get one of them cars, we give it to Paul. And we see what Paul found. I'm sure Paul, I'm sure you would love it. Really love it in your best Kevin Keegan accent. Yeah, when he was at Newcastle. Remember that.
Got a salute, Kev.
Yeah, the new Mondeo is a Marmite. It's a Marmite car, isn't it? I prefer the beef ones from Walkers, to be honest. But I do understand. You know what? I think everyone at the beginning, when I see the Puma, I think everyone mocked and laughed it. But the more and the longer it's gone on, the only real people the Puma offends are Mark 1 Puma owners and old school Ford owners that, for whatever reason, can't or don't want to move on with new cars. And I can appreciate that. I just honestly believe that you have to adapt to the times. And I feel now that Ford's marketing department done an absolutely outstanding job with the Puma. I wish it was my idea and I got paid for it, but unfortunately it wasn't. There's too much tech. Yeah, and that's kind of, I love tech, but when it goes wrong, that's also a worry. So another good point there from to James.
We've got our own Liam Andrew. I think it actually fits the Mondeo name quite well. It's a world can, and in this climate, the average person wants an SUV. They have to adopt to the market. So you just said, RJ, really?
Yeah, no, and I, you know what, I agree. If that isn't for you, I'm sure there's loads of other manufacturers out there that do a car that maybe would adapt to what people want. But Liam's hit the nail on the head. That's what people want in this day and age. You could drive around any country in the world and see which is the vehicle of choice, and it's in this day and age it is an SUV, isn't it? Even the people that ain't got an SUV, they want an SUV. Hence, they go and buy a transit van, for example, and they put their Mark 1 Escort on the back. And when you put the pair of them together, it is actually an SUV, isn't it, Anne?
I've got another one for you, RJ.
Oh dear. If Frosty is broken, God forbid, don't get rid of him. I can look after him for you. I love driving Frosty, like on snowy days. You asked me to drive it. Who was that? Who put that in there? Sacrilege. Who actually put that? I need to find out who put that. Liam Miller,
Think about that.
You wouldn't get it started. You couldn't do it last time.
Remember the time when he says, "Yeah, here's the keys, drive it." Yeah, 10 minutes later,
that's the reason why I give him. Yeah, Liam, there's the same keys. Still got them.
The same keys that still don't work.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's a bit hard.
I'm checking. Alexa, open front camera. I'll check it now while we're live.
Okay.
See, it's opening. It's opening now. Front camera.
Camera.
Oh, because there's so many cameras on it that it gets confused. Bless her. But nothing. If I do that and do that.
We've got Mr. Carl Hope. My Mark 1 Focus gear is very comfortable. I only paid 290 quid for it. You can definitely get some Mark 1s cheap now. And they just keep going and going and going.
That's a right bargain, 290 quid.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Is it as clean as McQueen though?
Well,
that's the question.
This is the question.
Probably.
Going on what the weather's like at the moment.
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah,
it's red. There's McQueen.
No, I'm saying, did you post it on Club?
I think he has one when he first got it.
Ah, I was say.
Well, he's holding Frosty's keys up.
You'll see him fly across the room in a minute.
That's so
Don't work.
isn't
it? Ashley says, me and Jonathan are thinking of getting a Ford Puma. What's the club's thoughts on the car? Keeping the Eve as well, though.
Are you thinking about? Are we talking about the new Puma rather than the old Puma? And I think someone made a comment not so long ago, and it was in the defence of the Mark 1. Someone said, "Yeah, but the Mark 1 Puma was based on a Mark 5 Fiesta chassis," and people saying that the Puma was based on the Fiesta chassis, what's currently out there at the moment. But then their argument was that the Mark 1 Puma had an interior that was pretty much all of its own. But I remember when the Mark 1 came out, I always felt it was going to be a car for the future, like a classic car. But yeah, I don't know. What's people's views? Did you honestly feel that the Mark 1 Puma has become that classic car that everyone thought it would be?
Dave, do you want
To be honest, I've only ever seen one on the road ever, so I guess it is a classic car. I remember years ago I seen a couple of Ford Probes, oddly enough.
Yeah.
But I've only ever seen one actual Puma in the flesh driving. I've actually seen more Lamborghinis, so there you go. It's a bit more collectible.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think if I had a choice between the two, and again, I don't want to upset any Mark 1 Puma owners, but I would definitely pick the probe. If someone say, look, you can go out and get a probe or a Puma, I think a probe would be the one I would pick.
I nearly had a new Puma. I was close, maybe 50-50 to getting the new Puma.
Oh, right, okay.
But the new Focus come with a heads-up display, and I went with that instead.
Okay.
Oh,
I actually had a Vauxhall Chevette that had a heads-up display. We took it to a boot there, and I tried to beat all the traffic, and there was a dip in the grass, and it ended up flipping over on its roof. Ooh. Tina wasn't happy at the time. About 4 blokes come over and just lifted the whole thing and flipped it back on its side, but there you go. Right, Ashley Harley, not allowed to get rid of your motor buds. So much love for them. I don't know that one's
me.
Oh, it's someone walking down my road. Can you do the lock-in? Gone. Yeah, who we got next? Liam, never getting rid of Eve. Believe I just want a car for me, for my own. Haha. Thinking of the Puma. Oh, a Jez. There you go, Liam.
I was wondering. Question is, why has Liam still got a Peugeot top on? It's my work top, but it does look similar to Peugeot. But I've changed it. It's all right.
While RJ was talking, Liam snuck off.
Just before it helps you.
Don't change it.
Is it a Peugeot top you like, or would you just like a Talbot top? Do you actually know what the Talbot top is?
I'm not that old.
No, do you not?
Ooh.
Oh, that's not good, is it? I look
That
at
was
it as,
a little bit.
yes, I look at that as being more kind of the older you get, the more education you've got. So if you turn up in your little Fiesta ST and someone give me a sporty rally version of a Talbot Horizon, I'd be up for that all day long. That would be fun. But then that's just me with my old age. Yes, perhaps I'm now going to take that from Anne and give it to Liam when I see it. Right, where are we? Do you want to carry on with the questions, Bob?
Sorry, I don't know who this is again. Another Facebook user. Old Puma. It's a shuffle between the old Puma or the Mark IV Ford Estate. I would love your thoughts on it.
What's he saying? That picking one between the.
I'm guessing
two?
so. Yeah.
Is that what that question is, Bob?
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
That would be an hard one. It would pretend like Mark IV Escort Estate. Oh, I had plenty of Mark IVs, 1.6 gears. Yeah, XR3Is, RS turbos. I never owned an estate version. So yeah, for me it would be the Puma. I would pick the Puma. But if a Series 2 RS Turbo come up, no, I'd pick the Series 2 RS Turbo. But I know that weren't in the. I was just adding that. What would everyone else pick? A Puma or a Mark Ford? A Mark IV Ford. It's, mind you, it's got a Mark IV Ford Estate. Where did I get Escort from? Why did I even think that said Escort? Can we elaborate on that question? Do we know who that question was from? Was it from Liam again?
I'm thinking it's from
Liam. It's from Liam, wasn't it?
No, from Ashley.
Ashley. Okay.
Yes.
An old Puma or the Mark IV Ford Estate. What Mark IV Ford Estate? I don't know. Yeah. Let's move on. Jez. What? No, Liam. Right, I'm off now. Time to feed my grandson. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sabrina. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for all your help being a moderator on the club as well. It's much appreciated. So, yeah, that's where we are. We've been on for an hour and...
Mondeo. Mark
For
4
35?
estate. No, it was Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
Have we got any elaboration on that? Good question then.
I've just done a Google search and I've just put in Mark 4 Ford estate, trying to elaborate.
Elaborate.
Comes up with the Ford Mondale estate, which is quite nice to be fair.
Oh, Alexa, home.
I would say Mark 4 estate between the two.
Oh, quick Google.
So Dave, well, what was your first Ford you owned? I know you've not owned a lot of cars, have you?
Yeah, I had a Mark 7.5 Fiesta in race red.
Okay, wow. So
Passed me driving test in that one, so
not that old. Liam, first Ford you
No.
owned?
It would have been Uzi. Focus.
A what? A what? Oh, the
Uzi.
blue Focus you had.
Yeah, the blue Focus had been my first Ford.
So what was your car before the Focus?
Hyundai.
Oh, it's all right. That's mine as well.
Yeah, well,
I had a Hyundai i30 before that, and before that was the lower model of the i30.
okay, I'm going to interrupt this a bit. Dave, your first Ford was a Fiesta Mark 7.5. Was that your first car also?
yes, yep.
Liam, what was your first car you owned?
Well, the very, very, very first car.
Yeah, going back to the beginning of the dinosaurs. What was, because you're getting old now, aren't you? You're not as spring as what you thought you was.
Yeah,
What was the first car you owned?
My very first car was a Citroen Saxo.
A Citroen Saxo. A Paxo car. Yeah, well, nice. Huh? And your first Ford and the first car you ever owned?
My first Ford and first ever car was the same, so it was the Fiesta Mark IV.
Not bad. That's pretty chuffy.
Oh, yes, that's the one James had. It's the one that I've posted on Club, burgundy red one.
Purpley red one.
Yeah.
You know, before I ask Bob, you need to get a green crocodile with a little clock on it, decal, to put in James's car. Bob, first Ford you owned and first car you owned?
First Ford was the green Focus that was Dad's.
Right,
My
yeah.
one. The first car, I don't know if I can say it in here, begins with a V.
A Vauxhall.
Yeah, well, first car was an Astra T-Reg.
T-Reg. 1979?
98.
Oh, right. The other. Sorry.
The other T-Reg.
I'm showing the age now, aren't I? I'm talking of showing our ages. We're swiftly go on to Ian. First Ford and first car you owned?
Ian needs to unmute.
A Toyota Corolla, which was an absolute Japanese piece of rubbish. I then swiftly moved on to a S-Plate Cortina 1.6. Had a beige roof, and it was white. Yeah.
Well, would that have been a 1978 Cortina?
Yes. Yeah, a 78. Yeah.
Got it in there. And you also, not only did you have a cool Ford, you had the biggest. You had one of the biggest selling cars ever sold. The Toyota Corolla has outsold every other car that has been sold on the planet. So
that's because they just disintegrated and broke down. Everybody had to buy another one.
Maybe that's why they was the best car worldwide. First car I ever owned. Yeah, wow. Didn't really drive it because it didn't drive. It was a Reliant Robin, 1974 Super Saloon. Next car was a Reliant Regal, like the Del Boy one, but in light blue. Had two of them. They didn't drive either. First car I bought that I illegally drove was a Volkswagen Passat on a T-Reg, and the first car I ever drove was a Vauxhall. First Ford I ever owned was a 1978 Ford Granada 2.8 gear.
Nice.
So that's where. But the Fords, it took a while for the Fords to come in. My dad always said with Fords, I always remember him remarking, I don't take after my dad for my love of Fords. It's just that I owned one and it went from there, if that makes sense. I remember him saying about the Mark II Cortina, he reckoned it was one of the most horrible and ugliest cars that had ever been made. And I totally disagree with him. I think it's an absolutely awesome car. But he did have a Riley, was it a Riley Wolseley, which was their equivalent to the Mini, very upper class car, which was a cool car. So people still in the chat while we're still on. First Ford you owned and first car you owned. Curious to know, and we can read a few messages out. See if people have got better judgment than the rest of us here. I think I'm going to give my award at the moment. I'm going to give it to Ian because I absolutely love the idea of the Cortina, and I like the idea of the Toyota as well. So I want to see some really nice bits here.
With the three wheelers, RJ, was it true that if it didn't have reverse, you could drive it under when you're 16?
I don't know. Honest answer. I've not got a clue. All I know is that the oil pump went and we just turned it over literally on its side so we could get to it from underneath. But yeah, a lot of people refer to the line of business I'm in and having the Del Boy car as it was always going to happen, to be honest. I think one of the true stories was, and if I don't know if Nick and Carl was still in the chat, we was at the hotel. I think it was 2019. We was going to Ford Fair, and there was a lovely couple come from Leeds in Yorkshire, and they was going to Ford Fair as well, and they had a brand new Ford Mustang. We're all talking. So quite obviously, Carl and Vic being coming from Sunderland with their northeast accents, and this couple with their Yorkshire accents, and they they said to me, "You remind me of the one off of For Fools and Horses." I've gone, "Oh, that's cool. You remind me of the one off of Last of the Summer Wine." It was just an automatic, quick reaction. I didn't mean it to sound rude, but yeah, it was quite funny at the time, and they laughed about it. It was for fun. Yeah. So, have we got any people putting in their first cars, for Bob?
Facebook user. My first car was a Mark II Escort 1.3 two-door in signal yellow.
Very nice.
It's not bad.
Did we know that Facebook user? That was Mark Binns. Well done, Mark. Great choice.
One for Liam.
I'm off the wooden hill. Hi everyone. I'm in the bad books, but he's put, I'm ashamed. LOL. Night all. A happy Valentines.
Cheers for joining, Jess.
Does that mean he's going to the Wooden Hill for Bedfordshire to see the Three Bears? Maybe that's a southern thing as well. Ian. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Right, Jess.
Anyone want to do the honours?
Anne? Go on, Anne.
Carl, first car and first Ford Mark I Fiesta XR2 and Sunburst Red.
No. Is that the reason why McQueen is red? Good question.
I think it might be.
That could be the case, couldn't it? I'll be curious to know on that one.
It does seem he has a red thing.
Yeah.
It does it? Yeah, red thing. Yes.
Yes.
This one. Ian, do you want to do the honours for us?
Okay, this one's from Liam. My first car was a 1989 Mini Racing Green Limited Edition. Very good. And his first Ford was a Mark I Focus in red, which he only had for 2 weeks.
Oh.
There's got to be a story behind that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't just leave it there.
yeah. They did say at
Still
some
means-
point. I've had about 5 or 6 mini cars over the years, and some people say is you've never driven until you've driven a mini. And true story, me and Tina went to the Elephant and Castle in South East London to pick up this mini off this guy because Tina really wanted one. And we took it out for a test drive. And bear in mind, you've got all the Route Master London buses going around there. We took it back. She's gone, I don't want it. I'm going, why? She's gone, I've never felt so exposed in a sense because the car was so tiny. And you're right down there and you're looking up at this bus that looks like a massive block of flats. But I do agree, absolutely for fun car. And the only car that I've driven that's come close to being that much fun, Fiesta Mark 7.5 ST 180. So yeah, a true story. But yeah, great choice. Have we got anyone?
Dave, if you wouldn't mind doing the honours.
Yeah, Yvonne Partridge. My first car was a Focus Mark II. Then I had a Baby Sport car, or KA, however you say it.
Yeah.
Now I've got a Fiesta Mark 6. I had a Fiesta Mark 6, very briefly.
Yeah, Sport K, that won a trophy.
Yeah, did win a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't just win one trophy. It just wouldn't go, would it? It kept winning them, Yvonne, didn't it? I remember.
Is it a car or a K?
A car.
KA.
KA.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they don't
people
refer
pronounce
to
different.
it ain't referred to as do people not refer to it as a full KA? They refer to it as a full car, don't they? I believe so. I believe so. It's only what I mean. I know they banned a few adverts on the Sport KA, didn't they? Didn't they do the one with the pigeon and the, going through the sunroof?
Oh, yeah.
That got banned. And the one with the
pigeon in the
cat.
bonnet, yeah.
Yeah, and the one with the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, quick question. I don't know if you can
That
hear
was
me.
quick.
Yeah,
we've done.
looking.
Yeah.
He's looking.
Ian,
He's looking.
what was it you said you had? A Ford Cortina with a beige roof, was it?
Yeah, it's like like a velour. I think is that well? No, not a velour. It's like it's like
I found an I've not seen what they look like before, but I found an image. Where's it gone? Is it something like that?
Look at that. That is
Ah, yeah, that is mine actually. No, that is very, very, yeah. Like the wheels, same
That
wheels.
actually looks quite nice.
Mine, I'll be honest, mine wasn't that nice. But yeah, the roof. Because
I'm
roof
saying,
is like a
looking at that,
convertible,
that's quite.
but it's sort of like a convertible material, but stuck on the shell.
Have,
But yeah,
have,
nice car.
have a look at the wheels on that car again, Liam. To get the picture back up and look at the wheels on the car. They were a standard wheel. They weren't nothing special. They had little black or chrome caps over the wheel nuts, and on the outside of the rim, there
And
was
a chrome
rims that used to.
That's it. That's right. I hope there's nobody gets offended, but we used to go and pinch those if we didn't have them.
I weren't adding that bit. I'm leaving that bit there. So I've been driving you on round Essex and it had all the caps missing. We know why.
Yeah, just
That car
noticed
is
this.
absolutely immense, though. Yeah, I don't know. Did we put that picture up of the new Mondeo? And when you think it's gone from that there,
Yeah,
from 78 to what
it's
that is,
evolved, isn't it?
yeah, I would still love to have an older car
Two
as well,
mirrors on the
though.
door, and then there's two
That's great.
mirrors on the bonnet as
great.
well.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Grim.
it's had 4 mirrors.
Wow. I remember when all the rage was going to Alphas and buying the little blind spots to put on. Do you know the one thing I could never get over? I'm not sure if they've done it on the Mark 4 or 5 Cortina, but they've done it on the Mark 2 Granada. And if someone can explain this one to me, because it's always bugged me, the driver's wing mirror on the Mark 2 Granadas, it had a massive driver's one that you could adjust with a little lever inside. But the passengers one looked like it'd been nicked off another car. Do you remember seeing them, or is it just me? They had a really tiny mirror on the passenger's door and a massive mirror on the driver's door. And to adjust the passengers one, you'd have to get out, go through the sunroof, or do something just to adjust it. Anyone else remember that? Any Mark II Granada owners on that have still got those wing mirrors on? I think they improved them a bit on the cool Tina, but
I'm not that old.
no, me. I'll tell you what Liam told me, to be honest. Yeah. It's only what Liam's told me. Right, where are we on the questions, Bob? I think last one was. There we go. Oh, someone.
Motion detected at the Ring video doorbell.
Can you fix my remote, please?
There you go, Liam. That's my look. Almost, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if the wheels the same or not.
yeah.
It could have been. It could be the same one.
Yeah, it looks it.
That looks the same one. I'm going to try now. Called. See if I can get a picture of the last called Tina I had.
And then after that, I bought that one.
Let me see if this comes on. There you go. This doesn't. I'm hoping I'm going to get a picture that does this justice, and you can see this was the last called Tina kind of thing that I ever owned. I'm not even sure if you can see that on there. It was a Mark V wire edge, the two-tone. It had a VV carburettor on it. We changed it to twin Webers.
Twin Weber 40s.
Yeah, but what was so amazing about that car was it had, the first time I'd had it on a Cortina, the theatre light. Do you know what a theatre light is, Liam?
Pass.
Does anyone know what a theatre light is? Do you know?
Like ambient lighting.
No, a theatre light is that when you open the door, the light comes on. When you close the door, it has a timer and it goes off. Bit like the going home lights that you would get on a car now. I thought that was such a wicked idea. Didn't have electric windows or nothing. It just had this theatre interior light. Very comfortable car though, but brilliant. I'd hate to think what that would be worth now. Right, James Vincent. I had a Mark III Fiesta in blue, 1 litre, 4-speed on a H-Reg. What's that? 91-ish. And then I had a Corsa, and then back to a Mark IV Fiesta. Good choice, James. Good choice.
Okay.
Oh, Jess, he's woke up again. It's them dragons, mate, isn't it? It's them dragons.
He's come back to see the Honda top.
Yeah, he's come back. I'll blur that again. Bloody camera. Oh, my first car was a Mark II Escort. But my first car was a Mark II Escort, but my first car on the road was a Mark I Fiesta. Maybe it was what was commonly known in the southeast in England as a cut and shut. You don't hear about that no more, do you?
That's all gone now.
I actually bought a Series 2 RS Turbo where the VIN plate was for an XR for 3i, but it wasn't my car that was the cut and shut. It was the one they swapped it over with was the cut and shut. But, yeah, absolutely, man. Which one we got next, Bob?
Anne, if you wouldn't mind doing the.
Yes, you're correct. McQueen is red because of my first car and the love I had for my late dad's red Escort RS Turbo. Stay safe, guys.
Red Escort RS Turbo. Bet that was a nice one.
I bet it was nice and all.
I remember him telling me about that. Yeah.
Stunning.
Liam says my Golf had electrical issues, so I sold it, and my mother gave me her Focus. Then I decided to get a Caravan, and the Focus was ideal, and had no tow bar. 2 weeks later, I swapped it from Mondeo estate.
Why not just get a static Caravan? Could have kept the Focus. Could have kept the Focus.
You should have given him advice.
That's why James Hampshire's got a Focus. See, I don't know. It's just me. I'm only kidding.
Sorry, I don't know who this is. In the 90s, gotta love the Escort XR3i. I had 13 of them.
Would that have been Mr. Bins by any chance? I haven't looked. I'm just guessing. Is that from Mr. Mark Bins? Is that Mark Bins? Have a look at your phone.
It was there.
No, I want on that. Now I'm on it. No, we're not updating. No, it's not updated.
It's a good job you ain't in the police car doing a PCNR check or something, isn't it? I'd have got away. Oh, go on.
Got a 3D reg plate, you can't.
It's not updating again.
It was Mark Bins.
Was it?
Yeah.
It is as well.
Yeah, I don't think I had that. I had a lot of it. I probably had around that amount of Escorts, but they weren't all XR for 3 eyes. I think maybe 2 or 3 XR for 3 eyes. I had the grey one and Tasman blue. That if you go on my Facebook profile, there's a picture there with Lisa and Aaron when the little. And I put all the headlights on the car. We was down at Laysdown one year. And we drove back from Sheerness. This are interested, this Anne, from Sheerness to Minster, where the static caravan was. Yeah. And as we're driving along, there's some guy, and he was kind of off his nut a bit. He's been drinking lager, so we bibbed him, and I flashed him. And bearing in mind, my car had all rally lights over the front of it, and he kind of tripped and he fell over down the ditch. Funny at the time. Evil things you do, eh? Yvonne Partridge, my poor car KA has gone to car heaven. No, I like that little car. Ford Fair 2018. I remember going over to Yvonne a couple of times, and she quick wind the window up. Some nut come. No, she didn't. But yeah, it was my favourite car. Believe it or not, out of all the lovely cars I see at Ford Fair, that was on the Club GB stand. It's our first time there. Yeah, that was my favourite car. But yeah, are we kind of today?
One more comment.
Doing with them? I think he had a low loader. Oh, dear.
It is questionable why you would end up having 13 of them in total.
Yeah, you were
Unless
kind
you
of.
put them off the road.
What was it when she had the K?
I think it's one after.
I think so. Kept changing then. I had 4 RS turbos with my series. 1 RS turbo was the best.
That wasn't it, was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
No. No, not.
Then I'm up. Was that not Mark? I don't know.
Probably. He likes
Right,
to change his cars a lot, so it probably
I'm going to
was.
show you one last picture because you're going on about XR for 3 eyes. I knew someone that had an XR3 like this one, which had the older, I think they were the eggshell wheels. Do you remember the colour? I don't know well you can see that picture there. But it was an amazing, like orange colour. Unfortunately, the CBH engines weren't brilliant, but there we go. Anyway, Bob, back over to you. Back over.
We're up to date.
Cool. Well, we have been going. I think we're going to wind down for the last 10 seconds. Is that a record of the 2-hour live?
Possibly.
Yeah.
You've on still on the live.
It's definitely up there.
Cloverleaf, they're called. I do apologise. Cloverleaf. Whoever's corrected me, they're not getting the sticker now. I'm only kidding. Oh.
There's one for you,
Yes.
Yeah.
And just over there was the there was a stand, the guys for Holland and for Belgium, which were a very nice bunch. Someone's showing their age. They're even older than what Annie's. I mean, Liam. Sorry, did I say Liam?
Careful.
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
We had a Sarah Cosworth on.
How old's your nephew?
What?
What you talking about, Willis? Sorry.
No, I was saying we had a Sarah Cosworth on the stand.
Anyway, just wanted to say for myself, thank everyone for joining. Apologise for being an absolute nutty one. It must be all the romance was in the air. Hey, Anna and Liam.
You should believe it. Not that.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Dave, Ian, and Adrian that also jumped on the live as well. Thank you for joining. Everyone in the side chat, if not done so already, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the YouTube channel. It helps the club. Everyone that's been in the chat to help the chat go. Anne and Liam as well. Bob, thank you as well. Massive thank you to all the staff. Miss having John on tonight, but he's been had a few things to do tonight, but hopefully he'll be back on with another live when we do the next one. And quite most importantly to Bob for all the things that he's been doing with the background, with the intro. Really love it, and hopefully we might have a new intro soon. That was the countdown timer. So yeah, to Dave, over to yourself. Thank you for joining. Hope you've enjoyed the live again.
Yeah, I always do. I just wanted to thank the people who run Ford Club, because I know sometimes you're a bit unsung heroesy, but I know you do a lot and you put up with a lot, and just thanks for doing it. It's great. You know, I'll tell everyone, you know, join Ford Club, even people without Fords. But anyway, it's fine. No, I'm joking.
Cheers, buddy. I really appreciate it. And on behalf of the staff that are in here and the staff that aren't in here that have been in the chat, it's that makes it worthwhile. I think someone, you know, you're a bit running Full Club GB is a bit like scoring your last goal. Everyone sings your praises. So prior to you saying that, the last bit I got today was some guy was from, I'm not going to mention the name of the club, but apart from it being a sidewinder, side valve, whatever it was, old Fords, he put a post up that I approved, and I approved it in error. I shouldn't have approved it. How do I leave the club? The club wasn't for him. I approved it, and the negativity that had come off, but from my bad judgment, wasn't good. But with you just saying that, that's the latest bit, which is a good positive vibe. So I will end myself tonight on that, and that's given me an absolute buzz. So cheers, Dave. I appreciate it. Ian, thank you for coming on as well, buddy.
No, thank you for again. What Dave says, I can just sort of just echo every word. I really enjoy these Sunday evenings. It's a great laugh. It gives you a good old buzz to get back to work on a Monday, and yeah, it's a great club, and can't wait till we all meet up and have a cup of tea and talk about cars.
Definitely, mate, and I agree with that, and I know that is the case for you, because even when I know we're not doing a live, I know I'm going to see a message from Ian saying, "Are we live tonight?" And I feel bad when we say no, we're not, but I appreciate it. Liam.
Yeah, it's been a good live tonight. Had a giggle. I'll hopefully try and get our Jersey's Bad books. Touch wood.
That takes a lot of work.
Yeah, that will do. Hey, I can offer him a yellow sticker. That'll sweeten him up. But yeah, no.
Excuse me?
No, I said thanks to Ian and Dave for coming on. Been a blast. So until next time, stay safe.
Cool. And
yeah, just thanks to everyone that's joined in as well on the comments, as well as Ian and Dave and Adrian, bless him, that kept freezing, for joining us tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Adrian.
Yeah, and Adrian. Don't forget poor Adrian.
Sorry.
Yeah. We spoke about Adrian. How's your mum doing tonight? Is she okay?
Yeah, I don't know where she is, to be fair. Probably in bed.
I think she's in bed.
Probably.
Is that
She's up at 4.
what you need to do one night? Don't overly scare her. So I would hate to think I'm in trouble. Get a really loud sounding clock with a tick-tock to it, and Liam can dress up
We
as
used
a
to have a
crocodile.
grandfather clock when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Cuckoo clock.
Yeah. Anyway, Bob, I'm gonna leave it with you because I do look at the lives being. I know I do a lot of chatting, but I do. I heard that. I do look at Bob, this being Bob's baby and that. So I'll end it with you yourself, Bob.
Yeah, I think everyone said it all already. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks all staff for being on the live and behind the scenes moderating as well. Ian, Dave, Adrian, cheers again. Yeah, sorry there's some technical issues. It don't run smoothly. It's not fun, is it? So
I think the clicking was my fault. Since I turned my phone off, it's stopped.
Stop, man. Gone. Push. Gone. So can we just end on that picture you got there, Bob, with that green, the green Mondeo? That is nice.
Oh, that's horrible.
Come on.
Not for me.
All them Vauxhalls going past, they'd absolutely hate that. I'd love that.
Really?
Anyway, on that note, staff-wise, if you can hang back before jumping off, a couple of points. Yeah, we're put a bit up soon, hopefully for the next live, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But all you guys out there and ladies, enjoy what's left of Valentine's Day. Thank you very much. Bye.
we'll see you later. Bye.